Yeah! Welcome, cultists. We are back for some Dungeons and Dragons. Last week we had defeated a Naga thingy in the temple, and now we are heading back to town to get more information about the red fungus stuff, and maybe we'll find some other missions. Who knows? Maybe we'll do more story stuff. Maybe we'll do more side stuff. It's open for playing around.
And then they go, oh, well, that's not really the character I want to play, but that's going to give me the best numbers. I feel like it's more for that new player that's like, oh, well, but shouldn't I be shooting for the best numbers? And it's like, well, no, you don't have to do that with that.
I want the best numbers.
I agree. Like, that's more of like a min-maxing true thing, but like, I think they're targeting that like mindset.
Bigger number, better person.
Yeah. Because, you know, what most people being introduced to this are probably like, oh, I've been playing video games my whole life where the higher the number means the better the character. So I want high numbers because that's the better character.
It is.
I mean, it is, but
I mean, winning D&D is having a low number.
when it's the enemy.
Well, yeah. I guess I meant as a player.
Like, I don't agree with the 20 being an instant success, but I do like the fact that if you roll a 20, you get an inspiration. Just because it's like, oh shit, like that should hype up your character because your character literally did the best ability that they can, like the best they can do.
Yeah.
I don't mind it being an instant success as long as you have caveats to it. You're like,
As long
yeah,
as it
that
makes
worked,
sense.
but
Yeah,
if you
I mean,
want to-
somebody was saying in like a Reddit thread that basically it could be an instant success, but there's still degrees of success. So, like, if you have like a challenge rating of 30 on something, which is considered an impossible task in player's handbook, or nearly impossible task, like you get a natural 20, but your total is still only 22. Well, sure, you succeeded, but you picked the lock as the guard's coming around the corner. So, you were caught and you have to deal with those consequences. You still succeeded in getting the lock picked.
Mm.
Like, stuff like that.
that reminds me of the time we were playing 4th edition D&D and I bluffed a kobold into taking us to the leader and the DM just skipped all the content. And I was like, man, you could have just been like, yeah, he believed that, but the next time we ran into people, it was like they questioned it, and I would have to make a check again to see if I could bluff them too. And if I can't, then we would have to get into a fight. I was like, you don't have to like
Yeah.
skip a whole bunch of stuff just because somebody made one good check one time.
Yeah, I think that was just Matt not being well versed in being a DM.
I guess that's also true. I guess also at that time I wasn't very well versed in D&D either. It was the first time I'd ever played.
Yeah, and I think it was like pretty close to his first time DMing.
But I think you get into the same boat that you mentioned that we were talking about with like the fighting situation. Is that'll probably piss off a lot of people though. Like at least a good majority of people that like you do. Oh well, yeah, you technically did succeed, but and they're gonna be like, well, there was a nat 20 in the rulebook says that's a magical success. And it's like, yeah, but that doesn't.
Yeah,
Because you get a magical success that you can lift a building 9 times your size doesn't mean you can literally do that.
I think it's just one of those things where it's like you just have to tell your players, yeah, like session 0, just like even like not even rule 0, just session 0, just be like, hey, this is how I'm gonna run natural 20s. Like, I understand that rules is written now states that it's a success. You could succeed, but there's gonna be degrees. Like, if it's an impossible task, then sure, you succeeded, but you know, whatever. Like
You got
even if it was like your persuasion check was you rolled a natural 20 and the kobold takes us to it, takes us to his leader. Well, instead of sure, that was our ultimate goal was just get taken to the leader, but he knows that we're just adventurers and not whatever it was that we were saying we were, and now like that's now a giant ambush, you know?
right. Or if it's something like Reapin was talking about lifting a building, you could just say you can't roll for that because it's impossible for your character to do like do something like that. I mean, you don't have to let your players roll on everything. Sometimes you could just say, no, your character
Yeah,
wouldn't be able to do that in 100 million years. It's
yeah,
impossible because physics.
for sure. And I mean, I think it's just it does put DMs in some weird positions sometimes, like because like that's the thing is like they have to be thinking
It,
on their feet like that too, and being like, oh
it it definitely puts them in a bad position in the gray area spaces where it's
yeah,
like, yeah, that it makes sense that a 20 can hit that, but it kind of ruins things. But
I was just going along with something I read online about better D&D has less skill check roles in it and more role playing. And I was like, huh, that's kind of interesting,
I mean that all comes back to your group though, right? Like
right?
there are groups that just don't want to role play, and some do want to skill check every.
That
Some
was
people just
the
want to roll
group
dice.
that I DM'd for. They just
I
wanted to
think
roll dice.
Yeah,
I think also with this whole idea is that it's easier for the DM to know like most of the stuff going on. There's not like little caveats in the details that make it like, oh, there's like 4 steps into this. No, it's just 1 step now.
yeah,
Because like the whole like video is pushing like new player, new player, new player. So that's what I'm thinking they're targeting at is that like they want what if everyone at the table is basically new?
yeah.
Like let's make it that easy.
Why
I
are there
mean,
so many dumb bots out lurking in chat?
5e was that way, like was kind of that though, right? Especially compared to 4e, like
Well, like comparatively, yeah, completely. But now it's like they went and like, oh, let's just chop even more,
uh,
which is fine. Like
I almost
I
wish what
feel
they would do is uh like two different versions or something. Be like, hey, this is the beginner version. Like you have the three options when you build a character, but if you want to expand and you're more advanced, you still have all these options, which I
I
know you
think
could still
that's
do on your own.
I think that's kind of what they're trying to reference here, also with like trying to say, well, everything's backwards compatible. So like if you still want to run the old handbook,
Yeah,
everything like supposedly backwards and forward should kind of work for it.
A lot of
Which
those old editions, they had illusion of choice where you would have tons of things that you could pick from, but there was only like one or two things that you could take that actually made your character decent, and everything else just made your character horrible. So
well,
you
that's
could
what I
end
feel
up
like.
being level 7 and taking all of the wrong feats, and then your character's completely worthless in the party, and it's just not fun to play them.
Well, that's why I feel like they took like the ability scores off of race and they added it to your background as for kind of that similar situation.
Oh yeah,
I don't think it's
tons of
I
people
don't
would.
think it's nearly as bad as what it used to be, like what you're mentioning, but
I mean,
it's kind
I know that a lot of people don't care about background, but doesn't that just start doing the same thing, but with backgrounds instead of race? Like
Yeah,
forcing people to pick a certain
correct.
background.
Correct, but I feel like background is less like physical traits where D&D is getting very much more into the animated realm on a lot of portions, so they want to make people be able to like make the characters look and be whatever they want and kind of have them work better. Again, I don't really know. I'm just making shit out of my ass
Yeah.
guessing.
Because right
But
now, a lot of people just pick the alternate human because they get a feat at level 1 if the DM allows it, because it's just so much better than every other race in 5th edition.
yeah, the leveled feat thing is going to be interesting because it seems like they're making it so like, oh, you know, all those like really good feats you remember, yeah, you can't take those anymore at level 1 because these are the level 1 feats. Then there's like, you know, so on and so forth, which
I
kind
think
of makes
that's a
sense
good idea. I think level requiring feats is a pretty good idea.
because you do the same for spells, so and like other abilities. So why wouldn't you kind of do the same idea with feats? But
It doesn't really matter. People are going to find out the min max for the character builds anyways in a couple of months after it releases. So it always happens.
I
That's the
mean,
power of the internet these days. That's the
it's
reason
still
why. Go ahead.
human. I mean, from what I've looked, it's still fucking human. Like the three things they get are so good at the beginning. Elves are kind of okay with their spell, like getting free spells, because that's always awesome. But that's not, you know, not much compared to like a feat. You get an extra feat at level 1. You get a what was it? You get advantage every single day because you get inspiration, and you get a third thing that I mentioned. I don't remember now.
It's
But
also why playing trading card games these days kind of sucks. Because you can't go to Friday Night Magic and play some janky deck that you think might do well because everybody has the meta solved. So unless you're playing some like specific meta hate that you know of at your store, that might be a little bit more interesting and fun for you. You're basically just playing the meta decks.
You go to Friday Night Magic and bring the deck that has the most counter spells. Be like, fuck you guys.
Yeah,
also,
yeah, you and your counter spells.
you also gain proficiency in one skill of your choice as a human. The Ardling though sounds cool. The humanoid with the like upper body of an animal.
I want to be a boar so I can be like the guy on Demon Slayer.
You didn't want to be a horse, so then you can be Bojack.
That's also a good one. Hey, what are you doing? I'm depressed and I'm an asshole. Deal with it. And I'm getting drunk. And I'm gonna pop some pills.
Forgot burgers are so cheap in this game.
Are you playing Plate Up?
Yeah.
Is it better than Overcooked?
I've never really played Overcooked. I know they're similar, but this just has like easier online capabilities, and there's also like a progression in it.
I don't know. There's kind of progression in Overcooked, but it's more like level progression as the stages get harder.
Yeah, this like the stages get harder, but you like unlock stuff.
Uh, I don't remember if Overcooked you unlock stuff other than chefs that had different abilities. I played a little bit, not a whole lot.
In current D&D, can you give 3 abilities 1 score each
What do you mean?
when you start out? Never. Like there's no, you know how like an elf gets +2 to this and +1 to that or something.
Oh,
There's
yeah. I
nobody
don't.
that currently gives +1 to 3 categories, is there?
I
Not
think
that I know
I think the human is the closest one that is like the. Don't they get like +1 and 2 categories that they get a pick?
I don't know. I'm just looking at like the new thing. Some of the backgrounds can give you a +1 in like 3 things. I don't see any though.
Just do points by and give everybody an extra 20 points. Everybody can have level 18 abilities. So they get that +4 ability score. Make them superheroes.
Be a sailor. Your feet's tavern brawler.
I mean, being a sailor is kind of cool if your DM is like, we're going to play a campaign that has sailing in it. Otherwise, your background in sailing is completely useless most of the time.
I mean, it makes sense though if you live on if you were from a coastal city though.
I think I played a character that had like a sailing as a background thing where they were proficient in it or whatever. And like, we ended up like landlocked for most of the campaign. I'm like, oh, never got to use my ability.
Sometimes you just gotta like force your ability in there. Like, hey, because I know sailing, would I know like this maritime law that benefits us right now?
He walks up to the old wench in the bar. I know how to tie knots. I'm a sailor.
I can do them with my tongue. Give me that cherry stem, baby.
Oh wow, you rolled a nat 20 to seduce her? Well, she pulls out the peg. Hope your character's ready for a fun night.
There was something where I think it was in Cheng's campaign where I seduced a barmaid and it turned out she stole all my stuff. I was like, man, that's pretty cool, but this sucks.
Wasn't that in Divinity?
Oh, was it in Divinity? Yeah, it must have been
Yeah, you
Divinity.
tried to seduce somebody and they stole all your shit. And then we had to kill a bunch of people and we found your stuff in a chest.
Yeah, it was Divinity. I thought it was Cheng's campaign. That seems like something Cheng would do.
I know you're.
Man, I really want Baldur's Gate 3 to come out.
So you can
But
wait 9 hours while Josh makes his decision. Oh, is it my turn? Yes, Josh, you know.
Josh has two young kids now. I don't know if he'd have time to play.
Probably take him even longer now.
True.
Oh, that's crazy. While everyone was gone, Malin learned how to make potions of heroism.
What does that do?
Poggers.
Oh my god.
Sorry. I'm watching way too much Emily. There's this girl named Emily that was on OTK for a little while, like a week, because she won one of their game shows. Like she is like the most like real life sticker person and you could ever be, because she would do like the Twitch emotes in like real life, and she'll go poggers,
And
and
then
then
open her mouth.
she'll call them out, she'll go poggers, and she'll go hype chat, and she'll just like be doing something like playing a game, and then she'll just start doing it. I'm like, this is I this is a mental illness.
Was she the one at Espan's place then for a while?
What is
Not
hype chat?
not currently. Currently Bonnie's there. Yeah, she was there for a little bit.
Uh,
Bonnie's the one
oh,
there right now.
okay. I was gonna say I've seen her. I've been seeing her.
I don't really know what they're like why she's there. I don't know if she's somebody moving in that's gonna be like streaming with them, but she's like in a lot of his content right now. She
Yeah,
does some fucking hilarious shit. They were doing self tanning last night to get ready for like their Canute show today, like their last day of like the
yeah.
workout stuff. And they were putting self tanner on, and like they had the glove, and like she squirted some on the glove and looked straight at the camera and started rubbing his nipple. I'm like, she knows exactly what to do for the clips. And she just stared straight at the camera. And then, like, right before she stopped, she smiled and winked and then went back and acted normal. I'm like,
I thought dudes couldn't show their nipples. Or
No,
is-
I think they changed it again because of like the popularity in workout streams and stuff.
yeah, I think it has something to do with, yeah, the workout. And so, Miska would have been banned a while because Canute was like shirtless most of the time.
I sent somebody a reel of S-Fan getting, or it was S-Fan or Miskiff getting punched by the mountain.
S fan got punched.
He sent it to me.
Yeah, and he gets punched, and then right at the second where the mountain would have hit him, it shows him like in flying up into heaven. It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, watching them eat sushi was incredible. Mountain was just putting away plates of 10 like it was nothing.
That's so crazy. It'd be so expensive to eat with that guy. Go get steaks, and he orders like 4 of the biggest steaks that they have. Need more
He's not even on
protein.
he's not even on his like world's strongest man eating routine right now either.
I
Really?
think he said he's done with that though, isn't he?
I believe he said he's done, but he like was talking about like how different his eating routine is, and he's like, I would just eat. If I wasn't working out, I was eating. I'm like, God damn. He's like, hey, well, at some points you're just like, it's just a job and you're just eating.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is like you're doing so much exercise and stuff. Like you can just eat.
Yeah, he mentioned that. He's like, you literally at how much you're working out and the amount of calories you're burning at that point, if you stop eating at any point, you just start losing muscle mass because you start eating it.
Yeah.
Because your body starts eating it. Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, that's the thing too. Is like um uh like Michael Phelps when he was like training for the Olympics and stuff. Like he would eat like 40,000 calories a
Yeah, because of how much he's burning. And then people are like, well, why isn't he all muscular? It's like, you burn calories a lot different when you're in the water.
day. Yeah, like
Because you have a crazy amount of heat. What is that? Where you lose heat through the surface of your skin because the water's cold and it's touching you everywhere.
yeah.
Thermodynamics.
Yeah, I don't know, but like that's the thing is it's like yeah, if you
And people are like,
exercise a shitload, you can eat whatever the fuck you want.
yeah, that's why you had to smoke weed. You actually had to have appetite to eat all that food.
Smoke weed every day.
Apparently, Miz was trying to talk Thor into moving into the area in Texas where they live.
Why would he move to America?
I don't know.
Doesn't
Well,
he
because
like live in
he's wealthy.
Sweden or something?
For
Yeah, but
content.
he's also wealthy enough to to actually enjoy America.
I guess that's also true.
That's the thing about it. If you're wealthy enough, you actually can. America's pretty fucking great.
It's not great if you're poor, that's for sure. I wonder if the reason why the mountain no longer does the strongman stuff is because he found out doing celebrity fights is way more money.
It's also just a lot of work. Like it's 24/7, and he like mentioned like you can't like stray from your diet much, otherwise it throws everything off, and it's just a pain in the ass.
That's not for me.
And I know a lot of like I think the way that one not him but Canute kind of was talking about is that a lot of those guys usually go up to try to win one or two times and they're done.
Because it's
That's
so
if they can get
demanding.
wins. Yeah. that they just try for 1 or 2 wins because that's like really good, and you're just done. And they also said it depends on like what kind of strongman go into it, like what kind of like you're going for. There's the big pot gut strongmen, and then there's like Thor strongmen, which is still gutty, but like not nearly as gutty as some of the other men.
I want to do the one where they drag a plane. Is that the pocket strongman one?
Probably depends on the competition. It's usually pretty popular that they pull something. It's usually a car or a truck. I think the plane might be, a big fancy
Hello
event or
there.
something.
Ooh, it worked this time.
They pulled a truck for one day of Camp Canoe, and the guy was talking about, and he's like, it's really just about momentum. You just, as soon as you can get it going, just don't fucking stop. And I mean, pretty much all of them. Yeah, all of them, I think, were able to pull the truck. So, I mean, it's not that big of a feat. I mean, a plane might be a little different, but
Yeah, this
I cut out.
I don't know where Justin is, but the other two said they
My
were
money
gonna
don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure. It makes me wanna dribble dribble. Riding in my Fiat, you really have to see it.
oh shit.
Well,
Oh, we
that's
lost
Felidor.
Hellador
Everybody's
is
dropping.
fallen.
Oh, I had to update Discord.
Oh. Dang. Discord. I'm on, I don't jiggle jiggle. It fold.
Oh, wait.
Added
Yeah,
some
man.
new sound effects. And also it'll reduce the price. They're all 420 now. Nice.
Wow.
Except for the Obi-Wan one, it's 50. But you can only do it once a stream per person.
Boys.
Nice.
So I found a stone that's like the one that Gandalf used in the Mines of Moria, where he like spoke into it and then it lit up. In D&D. I thought that's pretty cool.
Like Ascending Stone?
No, like you remember when they first walk in and he speaks into a stone, then he puts it into his staff and it produces light. He ends up also saying more light when they get into the greater hall area and it shines brighter. There's like a stone that if in D&D if you speak its command word it emits light. That's just a stone or a gem. I was like, oh, that's Gandalf right there.
Gandalf! You see that they're going to be doing like more spin-off movies for Lord of the Rings?
Uh-huh. I'm fine with it.
I'm curious how
I
well
watch-
it's going to go over.
I watch all that stuff with taking it as is. I don't really care about like if they don't follow the stuff. It's just someone else's interpretation of the story. I think of it as like, okay, if I read 2 different versions of the Bible, they tell basically the same story, but there's different things about them. So it's no different than that. That's how I view it.
Man, this guy's getting biblical on us.
Well, it's just like that's what it was like meant to be, right? It's like the theoretical, like early. But
NANI?
I think people get too bent out of shape over what it's supposed to be versus just what somebody wants to make or is able to even make.
I hope they make a Tom Bombadil movie.
There's not much known about him.
If there's not enough to make a movie,
I
Yeah,
think
he's a guy who runs through the forest and has a hot wife. That's like
I could watch that movie.
and it's argued that he is one of the most powerful beings there, but you know, there's not really enough known about him to say much more than maybe it's possible.
He runs around the forest. You get to hang out with his hot wife, and you're just smoking that good leaf. I mean, damn, that's a good movie. You can make it a stoner movie if you really wanted to.
it's like Mallrats, but in uh, what was the forest that he even lived in? I can't.
I don't
Forest
remember.
outside the Shire. God, now I'm gonna have to look it up.
Prancing
gonna be-
Pony?
No.
No.
That's
could
the
call
end
the-
that they go to.
You could call the movie "Dude, Where's My Horse?"
The thing also about him is he doesn't ever leave that section.
I
The
think
old
all of
forest
his.
in Breeland. Okay, there we go.
I think it's because his power is concentrated to the outline of the forest or something like that. Like, well, he's in that area, he's basically a god. But if he leaves that area, then he's like Mr. Nobody.
I watched a video where they tried to like figure out what would have happened if he got like if they when they offered him the ring if he would have took it, like what would have happened. And the person argued that while it would have staved him what's his name off for a long while, eventually they would have reached the woods and the woods would eventually like gotten destroyed, which would have weakened his power and he probably would have lost at that point.
Yeah, because in the book,
So
doesn't he like take the ring and it doesn't even do anything? And like when he
It
puts
has
it on,
it has
nothing
no power.
happens.
Yeah, it has no power over him or anything.
Such a weird character to add. I can see
was-
why it was cut out of the movies.
Hey, it's that what if situation, right? Like what happens if there is this almighty being sitting there that can solve problems? Would it really solve the problem? Probably not.
He's got more important things to do. Hot wife.
There's a guy I follow on TikTok that's like deep into Lord of the Rings lore, and he does like lives and videos about like answering questions about Lord of the Rings and stuff. And he really knows his shit. As somebody who like I was part of the Lord of the Rings nerds in high school, so I knew some people who really fucking knew their shit. Like I don't feel qualified to like know what he knows, but I feel qualified to assess how much somebody knows their shit. Regardless, he did a D&D actual play podcast, a one shot sort of thing that's like 6 episodes, where they answered they put together a party and did what if they took the Eagles to destroy the One Ring, and and played that out, and it's actually it's really good. The system's pretty cool, and they do a good job with it. So if you're a fan of it, it's worth checking out.
Was this system the One Ring?
It might have been. Let me pull it up real quick and double check. I think
I-
so.
I backed that Kickstarter. So I have this stuff to play it.
Yeah, it's the One Ring system. Or the one.
I mean, the biggest thing there is if they did take, let's say they did take the Eagles there, is that the Witch King would still be alive, right?
Right, and they still have the they still have their flying mounts.
Nazgul.
So that's the thing that I never understood is like the Nazgul can fly. Like that's part of the problem. So like
they would at least have some fight. It wouldn't be like as easy as people try to make it. Oh, the kid just took the Eagles there. It would have solved the problem. Well done.
So there for my bachelor party, I did a D&D one shot, and like one of the settings, it's this big post-war adventure, and I created all this like lore about the war that is, and one of the twists in it is that the general who's ostensibly like the leader of the good side sent all of the Aarakocra basically to like basically sent sacrifice their entire like region in like a genocidal feint to pull out the mad tyrant was the character, and like wiped out all except for one Aarakocra is like the last one left alive in the world from that. And so like that's my thinking when I think about the Eagles. I think about all the like how easy it was to like murder the bird people in that war. So like I don't know, it doesn't seem implausible that something similar would happen.
Yeah, but have you ever heard of the Great Emu War?
Oh god. Okay, fair point. If they had emus, if they had emu era Kokra, then you know there's your shock troops. There's your was shock and awe. God.
I mean, you would also have to have gigantic titanium testicles to take a eagle flight straight towards Mordor just to drop the ring into the volcano.
Right.
Like, how much more brazen can you get?
I mean, wouldn't it? Because your other issue then, as soon as you start getting close, the eye is just going to turn to right where you guys are flying and start looking for whoever's holding the ring,
Right.
and then start manipulating them. Because that's what he starts like. Isn't that part of like the whole thing? Is once his gaze is on you, that his power is more enhanced upon you.
Yeah,
Like
it's
he
like
is obviously doesn't have what he used to have.
right.
But then he still had what half, probably at least half that army that you end up seeing in the third movie behind the Black Gate already.
Yeah, that's the reason why people are like, why didn't they just fly the eagles to Mordor? I'm like, are you able to critically think?
I mean, you could be like, well, why didn't they just fly them to like Minas Tirith? I'm like, if you said that, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. Why did they just fly to Minas Tirith and then go from Minas Tirith to like it's right there?
I mean, but it could just be a matter of like they're making that argument because they get there faster.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
and therefore, if they get there faster, like all these
The
things that you were
story
saying,
ends
is
sooner.
maybe like he doesn't have time to react to that. Like, especially if they
Correct.
put on the one ring in order to track him.
But it's
Correct.
supposed to be a stealth mission.
Yeah, who's gonna expect somebody to flying on an eagle? Pretty stealthy.
This gigantic eagle in the sky, so stealthy.
I'm gonna have to
I
do
mean,
that from now on.
stealth is just also sometimes about like doing the unexpected, though, isn't it?
I mean, that's true because Sara or what's his name thought that Aragorn had the ring, right? No, he thought Pippin had the ring, right? Because when he touched the seeing stone, I don't remember now. I need to rewatch that shit.
Only the extended versions are allowed for rewatching.
The extended
Yeah.
versions actually go more into the seeing stones.
They sure do. There's a lot more stuff that makes sense in the extended version than the theatrical one.
I really hope they touch more into that in the Amazon series because the seeing stones were apparently like a big. From what I understood, I haven't gone into much of it. The seeing stones were a big part of like the old world, like how they communicated and kept in touch with each other, and
Basically telephones.
yeah.
Ring, 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 banana phone.
I think now we're just missing Scatty.
Davis is here.
Scatta do 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 do. Well, he hasn't said anything yet, but he joined. Scatta do 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 do.
I would say I don't know where he's at. I know his like schedule is changing for work soon. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna finish this round and then I
Gotta get that plate up.
So far, it's going well.
Speaking of food service, have you ever watched The Bear?
Uh-huh.
It's on Hulu, and it goes over this guy who went to like some super fancy college for uh, culinary stuff, and then he ran one of like the top restaurants in Chicago, and then like a family
He didn't
member
run the
dies.
shop. Dude, you're getting it wrong. So he was at the French Laundry and won the James Beard Award at like age 20 something, which is a huge deal.
Isn't that like a
The
top
French
restaurant?
it's
it's-
the top restaurant in the nation, but it's not in Chicago.
Oh,
It's in Yountville, California.
well, does the bear like the actual thing take place in Chicago? Maybe that's what I got
Yeah.
messed up. Well,
Yeah, the
anyways,
restaurant he inherits is in Chicago.
yeah. So it's basically about him coming back from doing like fancy schmancy culinary cooking to working in like a sandwich shop that his family's owned for years. It's pretty good. I heard
So
it's
the
getting a
Amazon
second season.
I'm gonna lose. All right.
Numenor. Will we see the Numenor in the Amazon series? They were around the second age, right? It's not the first age.
Numenor was like the first age.
So we won't see that,
It's sinking, I think, was the start of the second age.
right? Oh. Okay.
All right. Like I said, I don't know where Scatgram is, so we'll just do today without him.
I mean, we have
All right.
Droop. He's just as strong.
All right. So last we left off, you guys had just finished killing Sekret off of the Miscutter Isle. And then you had gone back, Scatgram, but done a little gambling with those people who you see at just about every bar. They just apparently live at the bar. And then you had gone to bed. And those were the major plot points that happened.
We woke up stronger.
Correct. However, at night, Cole, in your dreams, as you're dreaming, you have a dream about your father,
Ooh.
and he in the dream he's talking to you, and he just tells you, "Join us on our quest. We can take this town, and we can rule it together."
The
Do you
dream. Do I? Oh, are you asking
Yeah.
if I respond?
Yeah. If you respond, I mean, obviously, like this is in your dream. But
Yeah. And the city that he is referring to, I'm picturing that the dream is taking place like atop some sort of mountaintop or cloud, looking down on a city. Is it the city that we're currently in?
Yeah, I mean, you can see that he's referring to Gigadanes.
Okay. I'm not your missionary. I'm not your shock troop. I'm not your frontline soldier. You can't. Your imperiousness has destroyed so much so far. You can't ask me to hurt the people that I'm around, to let to subjugate these people. They deserve their own lives. I won't be a part of any campaign that brings them pain, that breaks up, that tears apart my friends, my compatriots. I know where the path you've laid lands. I've walked it for so many years, and I won't. I won't stand against the people who actually care about me, that see me as more than their tool on the material plane. And if you're asking me to abandon everything I've built, all the friendships, all the good I've done in these past few years, I won't do it. I won't stand for it.
You are a conduit for my power, and these friendships can be built again.
I know
Nothing.
you've made me do it over and over again. You've taken every one of them away from me. Every person who's loved me, every person who's cared about me has fallen by your hand. Your influence has turned away from me because of your influence. I know all too well how to rebuild and how to find new friends. And I'm telling you, I won't be doing it again. If you're trying to turn me against the people I care about, I won't do it.
The time of reckoning is coming. I hope you choose wisely. And
Don't you pretend. Don't you pretend that you don't have agency. And I wake up and
yeah, and so you kind of have that happen. Everybody else, uneventful night. It is now the morning,
damage.
and what do you guys want to do for
when I woke up, I in the flurry of emotions, I'm reaching for my bag and just kind of trying to grab something, and I grab the journal that I've been keeping in the little portfolio I have, and I in a fit of anger, I just throw it against the wall. So whoever's in the room next to me, you hear like a loud thud, and I probably spend the however long until sunrise, um, cleaning up from the drawings and the maps and the notes that Cole's been gathering. He's trying to put him back in order after his fit of rage, but he's just like, oh, and just throws it against the wall.
Let's see here.
Can I be in the room next to him?
That's what I'm just figuring out, is who's in the room next to him. It is Morning Lord. So Morning Lord, you're the one who hears a loud thud against your wall. And it's not like your door or anything, it's like your side
I am going
wall.
to
So
go out into the hall.
what else are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna go out into the hall and go to the room next to mine where the thud came from and knock on the door.
It's unlocked.
I come in. What was that? Are you
I'm
okay over here?
just hey, Morning Lord. Come in, close the door. It's probably a little best time before that I tell you something. I haven't been particularly in case open with my past, but as somebody else kind of with their own relationship to the celestial plane, I think you might understand in your own way. As a paladin, you've got obligations and duties to. Hold on, Helena, no. Dog is scratching at her the ear she had surgery on. Sorry. Um, as a paladin, you've got duties and obligations to your deity, to the being you pay homage to. Am I correct?
You are correct.
Well, I've got a relationship with my deity that I think is not dissimilar but more contentious. Um, I I am an Asimar is what they call us back in the old country. My father is His name is Keldranor. He is part of the Herald for Ilmater. And when I was a lad, just a few years ago, I was given a task to track this cult, is how it was described to me. This Fey worshipping cult that was going to open some sort of portal to the Fey realm and usher in the forces of chaos or something. And they weren't too forthcoming with the win, and so they had me following these people. And anyways, what I've later turned out is that this is part of some much larger plan of, I don't know, the impose an order, a great trial, as that's Ilmater's all about, like, you know, earning your keep, going through terrible trials and stuff like that. And that's where I get my power. You pray to your deity to get your powers to be a conduit which they can perform miracles and do the good they need done in the world. Well, my father each day gives me his powers, gives me my powers, and that's the conduit. I'm a conduit for he thinks his will, but he's killed or taken away or driven off everyone I've cared about in some way, shape, or form. That's what brought me to this group to begin with. And something's coming, and I'm going to be at the center. I'm worried I'm going to be at the center of it, and I'm worried that it's going to put you all in danger. And last night I had a conversation with my dad, and he's not particular, and it didn't go particularly well. He didn't cotton well to my standing up to him, and so I don't know what's gonna happen, and I don't know what I am with my powers if he doesn't see fit to grant him. He already took him away once at the cooking competition. I think he didn't appreciate the flippant use of his blessings when I was trying to use it to like get the spices right or something. And
Well,
I should probably
this isn't the first time that I've faced such incredible odds. But just so you know that if you're part of my uh, band of friends, that I will do everything in my power to protect and fend off any evils that come our way, especially if they're attacking you.
I appreciate that. I don't know what form it's gonna take. But yeah, I guess we need to be a little wary, and I suppose I should inform the rest of the team at breakfast today. I'm gonna finish up cleaning. I also got kind of mad and threw my book against the wall, so I'm gonna finish trying to put these in order and come down when the rest are ready for breakfast. Thanks for hearing me out. I'm sorry to be troubling you, but I guess it's past time you knew, since it might be affecting you too. Thank you for the vote of faith.
Well, thank you for telling me about this. I really appreciate it. I take my leave. And I go to my room to contemplate this new information.
Okay. So that conversation happens. You guys start. Cole starts picking up his room a little bit, getting things in order. Feldor, Malin, Matavius, are you all making your way downstairs for breakfast then, or what are you guys doing?
Aye, breakfast for me.
Yeah, I'll make my way downstairs for breakfast.
Okay. All right. So you three make your way down for breakfast. Start having some breakfast. Morning Lord and Cole. I don't know
Yeah.
when you guys will join exactly.
Around the same time, when I hear stirring, I'll come down.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'll be a little bit late.
Okay.
In that case, I'll kind of give the same spiel to the rest of the crew that I gave to Morning Lord. I said, I don't know if you heard me shouting or something, but I had quite the dream last night. In case you don't know, my father is a herald of the god Ilmater, who called Keldranor, and he is on some sort of holy campaign. That he wanted me to be some sort of herald or some sort of, you know, first, first through the, first through the breach, so to speak. And I chastised him because, just like previously, I'm convinced that it means that it would put all of us at odds. That means you may be on the wrong side of a demigod. And given that my father is where I get my powers from, I don't know what this means. If you remember, I was at the competition, at the cooking competition. I was trying to do some magic stuff that didn't go out the way I planned. That was my father denying me, and I feel like he's going to get a little bit more trigger happy with that sort of stuff. So I am sorry if our friendship puts you in danger. Um, I will try to be more forthcoming if I have more dreams or get more messages that threaten your all's life. But it's important to me that you know. I care about all of you a lot, and I don't want anybody to get hurt on my account if I can avoid it.
Mountain's gonna lean back and go, so you're telling me there's a chance that I could box with God?
Well, with a demigod,
I
most
mean,
likely. But like, I mean, it may come to it.
I'll square up. I mean, I might be. He looks over at Scatgram, assuming that here. He goes, I'll probably be laying on the ground. My favorite position according to you. But I'll punch him once or twice before I lay down.
You see Cole kind of purse his lips together a little bit and try to subdue a tear, try to pull a tear back into his duct. I appreciate that. I thank you. I'm sorry.
What else would you guys?
There's no need to be sorry, my good sir. If we gotta fight somebody, we gotta fight somebody. And we keep Scatgrab around, and he likes to he's a little edgy. We keep Droop around, we don't know much about him, and he just chills with us. Adventures out there, and let's go find it. If it happens, it happens.
I appreciate that.
We're just a merry band of weirdos.
We are that we are. I am inclined to agree. Thank you all. Hey, how does breakfast on me sound? And I'll walk over and order some food.
I'm always down for free breakfast.
You order a round of breakfast for everybody, and they come out and they just say 1 gold for all of the meals.
All right. I'll give him 2 gold and tell him to keep the change.
The waiter looks at you and is very grateful.
Is hearing me now?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
Over breakfast, Mountain's just gonna be like, so what's playing here today? Anyone got any big things to do?
Thought we were gonna go talk to the druids about the red moss stuff.
I think that's a good plan. That seems a very worrisome trend. A omnicidal red moss is not the kind of thing we want to keep under our hat, so to speak.
Yeah, and it's at an abandoned temple, and who knows what kind of like treasure hunters are going to end up out there and accidentally get infected and or worse.
Yeah,
So
they'll start yelling about some magical pearl that doesn't exist or something. Oh, we'll have to deal with that, you know.
What
yeah.
indeed?
Since Felidor's a druid, maybe we should have him take point on this.
Druids. These are druids. What do we want to know about the druids?
We're gonna go talk to him.
Go talk to them. Okay, let's go. I'm cool with that. Anything I should know? You were kind of hanging out at that temple there with them for a while.
They're pretty friendly. I would say just be as honest and open as possible with them. They don't like people who are dishonest or truth hiders. So, give them that straight talk.
Straight talk.
So you guys head over to the temple.
Aye, aye.
Oh, I almost forgot. They do like to have an offering of berries and nuts to make the meeting more hospitable for both groups. So maybe we should go out into the forest and forage for some stuff.
Or what if we just buy some since we're already in town?
I mean, they'll know that it's store bought.
Oh, they're like organic.
Yeah,
heard
it's gotta
that's,
be
like,
organic.
fresh. Heard
Hippie
that's like
stuff.
the term for fresh. It's organic. Yeah, being a wood elf, I also like fresh. So I'm down. I guess we can go.
Go adventure out into the forest a little ways.
Since you've been around here, which is there like a good forest area we should hit up for those berries and nuts?
This is
maybe
pretty
like
good. It's a pretty good place in the southwest that has some nice raspberries and blackberries and walnuts. No, what's a good nut? Well, I'll go with walnuts. It's the first thing that came to me. And I take them to the forested area that I had described.
Okay.
In the southwest. Is there any easily seen nuts and berries around?
search for nuts.
These nuts, got them.
Go ahead and make a nature or survival check.
Ooh. Yeah. Nat 1. I got a 5 overall.
Okay. So you're having troubles identifying exactly which are edible plants and which ones aren't. And you start getting like further and further into the forest. Is everybody following Morning Lord, or are you guys, like, staying as a
Yeah, I'm
group,
gonna
or
follow him.
I assume
Okay.
Felidor and Malin are at least here.
I'll
So
come.
true.
I'll come too.
I'll follow from a distance, just shaking my head.
Malon's gonna be following like aimlessly, like he's just spaced out, just like chilling with the vibe, not paying attention to anything.
Guys,
Just
I'm not very
following
good
the
at this. Would anybody be able to assist me?
So, as you start heading, so as you start heading further and further into the forest, you make a. What's everybody's passive perception?
Mine's
Passive
an 11.
16.
Mine's
16.
12.
So Felidor and Malin, as you guys are following Morning Lord into the forest, you start to see a group of orcs. You see about 7 of them in total. One of them looks pretty clearly larger or like more ornate in nature, in his gear and stuff. And the way that you guys are all headed, you guys are on a collision course to run into each other.
So you're saying we have enough time to alert everyone, or like we're running into them as we see them?
Like you see them headed your way. So what do you guys do?
Malon's gonna like. I'm gonna assume that I'm kind of up towards the front and that Cole's a little bit further back. I'm just gonna kind of like step back to like walk back to Cole and be like, hey, I think there's some trouble coming up ahead that we're gonna go right into. We down for tussle?
I'm down for a tussle. The question is do we want to try to scare them off, or do we want to take them by surprise and try to strike first?
I figured Morning Lord would just run into him.
Okay. So how about I'll call out to them and see if we can parlay a bit, and if not, well then we just start blasting, I guess, and punching.
Okay, yours is not as funny as mine, but I'm down. I'm down.
Only good orc is a dead
Um,
orc.
Oi! Who's there? Show yourself.
Morning Lord looks up and is like, "What is going on?"
So you're yelling at the orcs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of playing that like I wasn't able to really see it because I apparently I have the worst passive perception in the group by far.
What's yours?
12.
Mine's an 11.
Oh, okay. I missed.
I beat you. I'm just kidding.
All right.
See, this is why we were going to let him run into them.
Oh, I see now. That okay. Maybe that was a better plan. Shit. Well,
So they
maybe they won't be as big as assholes as we're afraid of.
I'm gonna give Cole a super dirty look. Like what the
so you yell at them and they look up. They look a little startled. Just because they didn't expect to see anybody. Like, I mean, they almost seem as though like they were trying to stay hidden, which is why they're in the forest. But like they're orcs, so they're not the most intelligent or stealthy of people.
Mhm.
And so when they're spotted, they look up at you and they immediately draw their weapons in order to, and they just kind of yell at you and like, leave now or we're going to attack.
I promise you, friend, you don't want to do this, and I'm going to like start warming up an eldritch blast and like getting all fiery and if I pop my if I burn my I kind of hate to do this, but if I burn my radiant soul form,
No, God!
could I get
No, God,
like
please,
advantage on an
no,
intimidation
no,
check to like
no,
send them on their way?
Um,
Because I'm all like glowy and got wings and start flying and shit.
Sure.
Okay. Then you know what? I'm gonna do that. This is probably ill-advised to burn that, but if we get into combat, then I'm, super powered. So that's cool.
Superpowered.
So yeah, so I start, I basically start alighting with fire, kind of Kaioken style, but with white energy and ethereal, glowing ethereal wings pop out of my shoulders, and I start to hover a little bit, and I'm like, I'm telling you, friend, you don't want to do this. Leave us be, and you might survive this. I am the avatar of Keldranor. I bring his wrath upon the mortal plane, and you do not want to be my enemy.
Malon's gonna scratch his head while he's yelling. Is that who he's talking about this morning? I kind of spaced out.
Yeah, it's my dad.
Oh, okay.
All right, go ahead and make your
All right,
intimidation
let's
check.
intimidation.
I'm pretty intimidated.
This is gonna be like 2 nat ones, and it's gonna be like, oh, we're atheists. We don't believe in the gods. That's gonna be 17.
So you say that Keldranor, and they look at you and they're like, you claim to have Keldranor on your side, but he is on our army side too. And go ahead and everybody roll for initiative.
Did he say army? We don't have a Hulk. Are you
You got a
kidding me with these
Goliath.
initiative rolls? This is crazy. Oh, we kind of have a Hulk then, don't we?
Yeah, a little bit. You got a little Hulk.
Oh, I'm gonna move you all to a different map too. This is not what it looks like. This is just for
Theater of the mind.
this is easier to visualize where things are. So like you're in a forested area, but use this map since I have it.
God damn it! All these dead horses everywhere. I swear.
Who's this guy? Is this Scatgram?
Yeah, it's Scatgram, but since he's not here, I'm just moving him down to the bottom.
Dang, Scatgram.
Okay. So you hear so Matavius, you actually hear like them yelling and screaming back and forth, and your instincts kind of just tell you that this is not going the way that anybody would want. And so you were at the ready, more or less, to attack, and you are first in initiative.
Yeah. So I assume because I was a little ways back, away from the group, kind of doing my own loner type thing. But I can still.
Yeah, you're kind of where you're at on the map. Like I kind of put you a little ways away since you had said you were kind of.
And I already know Cole's gonna try and do some funky shit like that, so.
I'm
just like, come on, dude. Then this worked before and didn't work. What time of day is it?
I mean, it's like middle of or early morning. You guys pretty much set off to
went right out, right away.
Yeah, early in the morning.
All right, so I'm gonna hold on. I gotta get my cheat sheet out here. All right, so I mean, I'm gonna draw my longbow and I'm gonna aim for the biggest guy. Hold
Okay.
on, let me mute.
Which is
Sorry.
so if you can't tell, the
I
ones in the front here are like regular orcs, and the bugbear token is the one that is like the decorated orc.
It's the decorated orc.
Yeah, like he's got more like he's
It's
got like
their-
heavier armor, like he looks like he's probably their leader.
like their captain or something.
Yeah.
The smart one.
All right, so it's up there on the counter already, dude. Sorry, my kid's asking me 50 million questions. All right, so I'm just gonna. I mean, I got 600-foot range with my sharpshooter thing, so I'm gonna. Shit, sorry, my thing's super slow right now. All right, so I'm gonna get my longbow. I'm gonna do my sharpshooter ability,
Okay.
so we know that ahead of time. Hopefully, I don't roll a shitty freaking. Of course, why not? Okay.
So while you were at the ready, you still it's still like, and you know that Cole may try and do something like this, or like your group is known for getting in fights, but you know, you're still not 100% ready, so it kind of catches you by surprise, and you just kind of like, we're facing the wrong way, you whip around and shoot your bow, and he just sails over everybody.
Was that the signal?
No, that was just me rolling poorly. All right, well, I got my, what do you call it? Hold on, so I get, hold on, let me look at my thing. All right, well, that's fine. I will do my, dang it, sorry. I gotta click on my crap. All the way down. Additional weapon. Okay, so I'm gonna do my dread ambusher attack,
Okay.
and then I will do the same thing. If I can get out of this now, it's so much clicking. All right. Same thing, the sharpshooter on my tag. So.
Okay.
All right, so it would be a 19. So I rolled a 24, but it's -5 to it. So
Yeah, and you're shooting the one. You're trying to shoot the one in the back.
Yeah, the big guy or whatever the leader is.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And damage. All right, so what is that? So a 10, and then I get to roll a d8, an extra d8 of damage. Hit him. To everyone. Oh, 1. Oh.
So is that a 21 in total?
Oh yeah, since I got the bonus, yeah. So 21 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my extra attack. I'm gonna do my. Hold on, how far am I away, Caleb or DM? All right, it's different
80.
than my. Okay, so I still have plenty of distance. Okay, so I'll use my long or my my new one. Where's it at? All right, so I'll use my new one.
Do you have extra range on hand crossbow with that? With your abilities?
Should be 150 foot.
Well, you get 120 feet, but that first number. So with ranged weapons, what they numbers mean is the first number is like what you can reach no matter what. The second number you can reach, but the attack's at disadvantage.
Let me double check real quick. I thought it was all with ranged stuff with sharpshooter. My thing's really slow right now.
That's your feet, right? The sharpshooter.
That's my feet. I have that, and then I have crossbow expert too. So I thought one of them was.
It's sharpshooter. It doesn't impose disadvantage on ranged weapon attack rolls.
Okay.
Like long range doesn't.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's fine.
All right. Well, I don't think I hit anyway. So. All right. What did I hit the right one? Okay, so I got a 13. So
That misses.
No.
I'll do my bonus action.
Damn it! I want to use the right one.
Do the same thing. Oh, come on. 10.
That also misses.
And those bonus action. That's all I got.
Okay.
So what I get? 21 damage.
Yep.
Nice.
You're good for only one of 5 attacks hitting.
Um. Okay. So these guys are gonna run forward. This one's gonna throw a spear at Malin. And miss. The other one's gonna throw a spear at Felidor. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits me.
Hi, look, come here.
15 damage.
Ow, 15 damage?
Yep.
Get a big boo boo.
Yeah, that's a big boo-boo.
And Morning Lord, your turn.
All right. I'm going to move up to this guy. And I am going to smack him with my great sword of life stealing. Take off the shield.
Okay.
I can't help you at all. Fuck off.
Maybe. Go off, shield. All right, there we go. Wow. Does a 9 hit?
Surprisingly, no.
And I'm going to attack him again. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
It's going to do 10 damage. I think I'm going to smite you.
Okay.
So it deals 17 damage altogether. Oh, wait. You can expend one spell slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant damage to the target, plus 1d8 for everything but
Yeah. And then if they're like fiends or something, you do more.
That's all I got. A swing and a miss and a swing and a hit.
Okay. Oh, it's the Warchief's turn. He comes up here. And he looks at Cole and he says, Afanasi will be happy to hear that there's some fight in this town after all. And he's gonna throw a spear at you. 10, so he misses, I believe.
That would be correct.
And then it's gonna be I guess he'll be here. He's gonna swing at you. With his great axe. 11 misses you, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
6. Well, he can get close, so he's gonna attack you. 9's probably gonna miss.
Sure is.
Cole, your turn.
All right. Let me just double check my plan here. All right, I am going to cast hypnotic pattern, centered on this square. It's a 30-foot sphere, and it won't.
This square.
Uh, yeah, that one.
Okay.
Um,
And it's a
and
30-foot what?
30-foot sphere. So it should get. I think. Oh, it does get Morning Lord. Let's see. Can I guess my measurements were off. Sorry.
I don't like how these. I wish these circles drew from the center instead of.
I wish you could just
Agreed.
pick it and be like, I need a 30-foot sphere. I need a 15-foot
Yeah, that seems
cone.
like a pretty basic thing. Okay, so not that square, the one just to the left of it.
Okay,
To
sorry,
capture because I want to capture the orcs, the orc chieftain in particular, the guys in the back, but not Morning Lord, even at the expense of the guy at the very, very top, even if he's
Okay.
out of it. So
Well,
that
this would be. Does it say if it's the radius or the diameter on it?
the way I'm reading it, let me pull it back up. The way I'm reading it is it is you create a twisting pattern of color that weaves through the air inside a 30. Oh, it's a 30-foot cube, not sphere. I guess that does that make a difference? 30-foot cube. So
Okay.
I think that's so it would be 15,
Like
diameter at its
one.
sides. So
So that's 30. So that would be a 30-foot cube.
yeah, that's thank you.
Well,
Sorry
that
about
big.
that.
No, you're good.
Yeah, it's pretty big. And so Cole will infuse that space with a bunch of white ilmatery light, and then start pulling it seems like globs of color from his own clothes and infusing that into the hypnotic pattern, sort of drawing from his own energy, not just the energy of his father. Um, this and as he's adding more and more colors into it, it becomes swirling more intensely, and everybody within that cube needs to make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw,
Okay.
or they will be incapacitated and have a speed of 0.
All right. I'm gonna do all of the little orcs first.
Okay.
This one at the top. Here, I'll actually do this. Can you all see the red dot?
Yes.
Okay, those are the ones that failed. They're incapacitated and have a movement speed of 0, correct? Oh, it looks like the war chief is also a plus 0. He also failed.
Hell yeah.
Sending everyone on an acid trip.
Laser light show.
Alan's going, me next, me next, me next.
Okay, so they're all incapacitated too, which means
Yes.
yeah, I think that gives you guys advantage, right?
Yes.
An
that should-
incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions.
Okay. How long does that last again?
It's oops, where did I go? It's the same rules as Charmed for distance. So let me pull that up as well.
Oh, can't take action. Okay, that's all.
I think they can make a new wisdom saving throw each turn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so on their turn, they can make a wisdom saving throw as their action, essentially.
yeah,
Okay. All right.
and that's my turn.
Felidor, your turn.
Huzzah!
I guess all three of you went at the same time. Did you take a long rest, Felidor? Because it looks like you're. Oh, never mind. I already hit you.
Yeah, you hit me. I took 15 points of damage already.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't hit you very often, so I was confused when you had
10,
less life than.
15, 20. I'm going to stand on top of this dead horse. I am going to use Staff of the Python. So using my action, I can throw the staff on the ground within 10 feet of me, and it becomes a giant constrictor snake under my control and acts under its own initiative. I can use a bonus action to speak its command and bring it back into a staff. I still have to go pick it up. But I can also command it psychically to tell it what to do on its turn. So I'm going to throw it down, right her, turn it into a giant constrictor snake. And
Sure.
I'm gonna tell it to attack the goblin next to him.
Okay,
Straight up Harry Potter stuff right
this one?
here.
Yeah,
Okay.
right there. I'll tell it mentally to attack the guy in front of them. And then I have to roll initiative for him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Does it get a bonus to
Uh,
initiative? I got it up here. I'm looking.
It'd be its dex.
It gets +2.
Okay, so it's gonna act last in the round.
Okay.
So if I say
And
we're going to
then
the top of the round and I forgot that the snake hasn't acted, you're just gonna have to remind me.
I'm gonna use my bonus action. And I'm gonna use 3 of my Balm of the Summer Cord on myself. So 3d6. And then I get 3 temp HP.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think what?
And then you're done.
Yeah, so I'll gain 14 hit points and then 3 temp HP, and then I'll be done.
Okay, Mal, on your turn.
Um,
Oops, not 33, just 3.
oops. Mal's just gonna run up to that guy and do what he loves to do. So instead of punching for his first attack, he's gonna use Dagger of Venom to try to hit him. Does a 22 hit?
Sure does.
Dealing 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Now, does it do anything special?
No. Then he will move to strike. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Doing why is that not loading? Wait, it did. Oh, 11 points. He's feeling good about the cold. Let's do cold damage.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, he'll just go ahead and take one more unarmed strike. And it is a nat 20.
That is gonna hit.
Dealing 10 points of 10 points of cold damage.
All
Jesus fucking Christ. Like a fucking then he's done.
All right. So this orc is gonna move here and attack Morning Orc. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
For 5 damage.
Is it magical damage?
It is not.
Alright, so I
Just
take
slashing.
3. No, 2. Because it's -3 for my trait.
The other one's gonna make a Wisdom saving throw. Fail. Python's turn.
Python! He's going to use Constrict, which is +6 to hit, reach of 5 foot. Let's roll the bad boy.
Yeah, I
He
don't know if
rolls
this
a 16.
That does hit.
All right, so it deals 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage, and the target is grappled with an escape at DC 16. Till the grapple ends, it's restrained, and the snake can't constrict another target. So 2d8 plus 4. So he deals 17 damage, and they're grappled.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of his turn.
Batavia's back to the top.
Hey, what? Look at my snake. Look at my snake.
All right. Still kind of back. Yeah, I'm still back there. Sorry, I gotta scroll all the way up. I'm gonna move up a little bit. Move up to like right here at the line. Which ones was the one directly in front of Malin was the one that he hit?
Yeah. Come here.
I'm gonna go one directly behind that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack him. Here's my longbow. Actually, I'm gonna use my crossbow. That makes more sense. Uh, 21.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna go away. 1d6. 19 damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my extra attack. Same one. 8.
That does not.
I'll use my bonus. Oh, that was close. 17.
That will hit.
Then damage. And 16 more damage to that one.
Okay. He is not looking well.
And that's all I have.
The orchard.
You're kind of cutting out. I didn't hear you at all.
Making saving throw. Constricted breaks out of being constricted. The one that's incapacitated stays incapacitated. I think that would be their action for the turn. So that's all they have. Morning Ward, your turn.
I'm gonna cast Sword Burst. So everything that's within 5 feet of me has to make a Dexterity saving throw that beats a 13, or they take 2d6 damage.
Okay.
That include me?
Yes,
That
it does.
includes you.
Dexterity saving throw?
DC 13, you said?
Yep.
Okay. First,
Meat beats.
first one succeeds. Second one fails. Third one succeeds. Fourth one fails. So you got this one and the one directly in front of you.
For 6 force damage.
6. The one to the north of you is looking pretty fucked up too. The one directly in front of you is looking bloodied up, but the two to the north of you are pretty horrible.
I think that's all I can do.
Well,
I was hoping I'd hit more of them.
the orc war chief passes his check.
Damn.
4, 6.
We coming for you.
The snake can make an opportunity attack if he wants on.
Oh, the snake? He's
yeah.
gonna make an attack. Rawr. D20. Net 20. He just gets to use his bite attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2d6 plus 4. So that doubles it, right?
Yeah, it doubles the amount of dice.
Okay, so 4d6. So 20 damage.
Okay.
Damn.
He takes 20
Thank you.
damage and then keeps running towards Cole.
Thank you, Snake. I appreciate that.
Call him Solid Snake from now on because he's doing
That's
us a
right.
solid.
The orc to the north of Morning Lord is going to attack Malin. He didn't appreciate getting hit. Natural 1, so he's going to miss. We got a wisdom saving throw. Failed. Cole, your turn.
Okay. Cool. Hmm. Where'd my... Oh, no. Cole is going to use the spider spider staff
Okay.
to cast web centered on the orc chieftain.
Okay, and what's the range on that? Is it 20 foot?
Yeah, it's a 20-foot cube.
Okay, do you want to go down or up?
Yeah, let's
Oh,
go.
I guess like you're wanting something like this but back.
Yeah, perfect.
So there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll burn those charges on my web and think that
And that's Dex throw when they
that's yes, Dex 15 is the DC for it. It's a Dex save.
and that is when they enter too, right? So you need to
Correct.
make that now.
Yes.
He failed.
Okay. And then I think I'm gonna. I'm trying to think of where I could, because I presumably, because I'm in my radiant soul, I can fly, so I can fly over the webs, but I don't think there's anywhere I need to be right now. So I think I'm just going to I think that's it for my move and my action. Let me
Probably needs to drink stuff.
Probably. Cole, have you tried drinking stuff?
if I tried drinking, I next time I will. Yeah, I think that's my Morning Lord. How are you doing on health? Are you okay?
Give him a thumbs up.
Okay. Then yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Felidor, your turn.
I am going to use Conjure Animals. And I am going to conjure direwolves here and here. So 2 of them.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, where was the first one going?
Right here.
Oh, go away.
This man's a
And
zoo.
right there.
And then right behind him.
Yep.
Why that?
That's a dog.
It's a doggo. I'm just gonna command them to attack the goblins. Once again, command the snake to attack the goblins, and then I am going to move because I don't like standing next to this web. 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's go 25. I'm gonna stand over here kind of in the woods.
Hate to be a stickler, but I have a question about the web and the snake.
Go ahead.
The snake is a 15 by 15 snake. Is it technically hit by the web?
I assume
Uh,
the snake can coil into, coil and stay in a 5 foot square.
Is it like a gigantic snake or something? A giant?
Classified as a huge beast.
It's a huge beast, which when I was reading, people are saying it's probably like a 20 to 30 foot long snake. But so that's completely up to you on if you want it to be like.
I mean, even if you wanted to, like, it would be, you could do it like this, right? Like, or
Yeah, I was
like
just
that.
I was just curious. I was just
Oh,
wondering, like,
that big.
Girl, begging.
Like, I think he could. I think he would be able to adjust himself out in a way that he wouldn't, because like, just it's all depending on how you expand him out. Right?
Yeah.
In that case.
yeah, that's what I was just wondering.
Yeah.
'cause,
So
like,
I'll just allow it.
And then my doggos get to roll initiative.
Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
11 plus their dex, which is 2, so they get a 13.
Okay. So they'll go right after the war chief. But they can go. They can go now, since they were summoned.
Okay, I'm cool with that. So they can go now. So, the first wolf is going to use its bite. Gets to roll advantage since it has allies within 5 feet of this dude. It rolls a +5 to hit, so that would be a 14.
Yep, that does hit.
2d6 plus 3. Oh wait, no, it has advantage. So let's roll one more to see if maybe I get a nat 20. Nope, so it just hits. Okay. So it deals 13 damage.
Okay.
And then it has to make a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
He succeeds.
Okay, so then second wolf goes. Does his bite attack again. He does a 15, which I imagine hits.
Yep, that does hit.
So he deals 10 damage.
Let orc dies.
Oh, yeah, dead orky. All right. And that'll be the end of their. Well, they can move, can't they? So, how fast are they? They are 50 feet. Oh, I don't have control over them.
In the trash, throw the wrapper in the trash.
You heard her. Put him in the trash.
I want to move them so that way they're up in this bow orcs business.
Sorry, hold on a second. I'll give you control. That didn't register in my mind that you did control, like what you were saying or what you meant when you said that. There you go. You should have control of them now.
I got goes in the
15,
trash.
20, 25.
Isn't that some
30,
sort of like sleep zone?
What's that?
So isn't that like some sort of sleep zone?
Is it? I don't know what it's doing.
It's a hypnosis field.
Do they have to make some kind of save when they're in it?
Let me read the spell. You create a twisting pattern of color. Blah, 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 pattern, blah, blah. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, because you'd be seeing the pattern. So I assume it's if you enter.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm not gonna go chase him down. My guys will end up getting hypnotized. 5, 10, and then boop, he'll go there.
Okay.
And then they'll end their turn.
All right. Malin, your turn.
How do the two in front of me look? And I think you said this one looks kind of.
They're both fucked up directly in front of you.
Both pretty fucked up. As Malon's first attack, he's gonna use his breath weapon. He's going to choose. Cold, it's been going good. Let's go, Cold. They must succeed on a dex saving throw of 14.
And you're doing it in a line then, I assume?
Yeah, 30-foot straight line for me.
And it's dex?
Yes, dex 14.
First one succeeds, second one also succeeds.
They take half as much damage.
Still not
4
unlikely.
points.
Oh. All right, he is on death's door, and the other one's.
Okay, so Malon's second attack, he's just gonna go ahead and punch the one or attempt to punch the one in front of him.
Okay.
God damn, 13.
That is the armor class.
So that doesn't hit?
No, it does.
Oh, it does.
Beats it.
7 points
He
of
is
cold damage.
dead. So he did.
Malon will then proceed to go ahead and just step up into its spot and attack the one behind it with his bonus action.
Okay.
17 to hit.
That hits it, and he is dead.
11 cold. Okay, then that will end my turn.
We got another check. He fails. He's still incapacitated. Python's turn.
Yar, he's gonna move up. Oh, I can't move him. Yes, I'm the difficult one, having all sorts of things I need control of.
There you go.
Yay! He's gonna move up. Yes, I know he's on the web now. What?
Dex check.
Okay. So we roll 1, add his dex. So that would be +2, which makes it a 15.
What's Cole? What's the DC on that?
I'm
looks
sorry.
like the same. Dex 15. Yeah, so he makes it.
Yeah.
Okay. So then he's going to use Constrict on the Orc Leader dude.
Okay.
Shoot, that's not going to hit. That is plus. Nope, those are the wolves. It is a +6, so that is only a 10.
That misses.
He misses. Womp womp. Okay.
Get advantage while he's in there?
No.
Okay.
Matavius.
I'm just gonna shoot at the main guy, I guess. Hold on. Okay, so what's his deal? Is he trapped in there, or what? Is he like? You said.
No, he's just currently in the webs. Reading it again, it looks like he doesn't have to make it right away. He would have to make it at the start of it.
Okay, so he's just stuck there.
Oh, sticky.
Alright, so I'm not gonna use sharpshooter because I think he's things higher than the other ones. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. 7.
That misses.
I'll use my extra attack. 17?
That does hit.
17 hits. Okay, I thought he was being 18. Alright, and then freaking rolled 8 damage.
Okay.
Then I'll use my bonus action. No whammies, no whammies. Ooh, that was close. 27.
That hits.
And 9 more damage.
Okay.
And
He's looking
that's
bloodied up.
bloodied up. And then I'm gonna move off.
Boy.
I'm gonna kind of go in this little opening 5, 10, 15, 20. Right here, kind of on the other side of Malin.
Okay.
And that's it.
Alright. Making a saving throw. Still incapacitated. Morning Lord, your turn.
I'm going to swing my great sword at the orc in front of me.
Okay.
Does a 22 hit?
That is it.
You said he's bloodied, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna do this and do a smite. So it deals 25 damage.
Ooh.
Jesus.
He is dead.
I just imagine him straight up just hacking him right in half.
And then I'm going to use my second attack action to attack the one that's right next to me.
Okay.
So boom! 19.
That hits.
And then I'm going to hit him and smite him too. Oops, that was the wrong one. Should be this 2d6.
Okay.
12, and then smite. 11, so 23.
Okay.
And then my turn is over.
Okay, so the orc now has to make that dex saving throw to see if he is restrained. He is, so he's going to make a strength saving throw to try and break out of it as his action. What's your spell save DC, Cole?
My spell save DC?
Yeah.
Where did? Oh man. Here we go. 16.
Okay, he fails. So that was his action. Yeah, I don't think he's able to do anything else. Okay. Wolf's turn.
The wolves. Oh! Fuck it, the move. So we're gonna start with this wolf. He's gonna move, bam, and bite this guy.
Oh no.
Rolls an 11 plus 5, so that's a 16 to hit.
Yep.
And he has advantage, so we'll roll one more just in case he gets a nat 20. Does not. So just 2d6 plus 3. 11 damage. Has to make a strength DC 13 save.
He fails.
So he is prone.
Okay.
He's
And then
sleeping too.
the other wolf will attack him as well. So that'll be a hit. But we're gonna roll one more since he has advantage just to see. No, he just hits.
You said their modifier is +4, right?
Plus 5.
Oh, okay. He's dead.
He dead?
Yep, he's dead.
He dead. So then this guy gets to move 50. So he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, right up in this guy's face. And end his turn.
Okay. Cole, your turn.
Okay. I think I'm gonna finally stop fucking around and just hit Eldritch Blast at the Orc Chieftain.
Okay.
I'm also going to include my 6 radiant damage on top of whatever. If I hit, I'm gonna include my radiant damage for that. So that's going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
That does.
Okay. So that's going to be 8 plus 5 is 13, plus another 6 is 21 damage. 13 force, 6 radiant, if that
That's
matters.
19.
For what?
That's 19. But yes.
What did I say? 21? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 19. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Yep, he takes 19 damage.
Eat it. And yeah, that's it.
Felidor, your turn.
Aye. I'm gonna. Fuck, don't move. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna use produce flame on him. That's gonna be a big wolf. Okay. Well then, I'm just gonna move 5, 10, 15 up here. Psychically tell everybody, tell this guy to attack the leader, tell this guy to, go after the bowman, tell this guy the same thing, and
Whoa! I just got a
anybody
cheese
look bloodied up at
raid.
all? Things need a little bit of a little bit of
I'm feeling
These
monstered.
guys have not hit you very much. They've been restrained like the entire time.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
literally
thanks,
the only
man.
person that got
No worries,
15
you can
points
read and
choked
run
out of me.
here.
Jesus,
We'll
thanks,
allow it.
guys. I'll end my turn then.
Sorry, man. I rolled really crappy on my initiative.
I guess Morning Lord got hit too at one point. He's,
Yeah.
Lord got hit.
I got took 2
you
points
guys
of
are the only ones
damage.
who got hit. Malin, your turn.
Oh, and does he need healing? Can I heal him?
Do I
don't
need
think he-
healing? No. I'm doing pretty good, yo.
Okay.
We go?
Malin.
Okay. Malon's just going to step towards the web by 1 square. So right here, pulling out his wand of magic missile, and will cast magic missile at the first level at the orc duty.
Okay. Go ahead and
Oh
roll.
boy.
3.
Yeah, 3d4 plus 3.
No, I rolled a 3 for the
Oh, 3. Okay.
4. So it's 9 damage.
Yep.
9 force damage. Yep.
Okay.
And that'll be all that Malon does.
That damage was forceful.
Other orc is still incapacitated. Snake's turn.
Yeah, does he have to make a dex saving throw again?
Did he fail the first one?
No, he didn't.
Let me read this stuff. Yeah, starts its turn in the web, so he'll have to make another dex saving throw.
Boom, nat 20, baby.
Okay, he can move freely.
He's going to constrict the orc leader. It's +6 to this. So 14
Does not hit.
does not hit. Ow.
I was really gunning for that snake. I'm not gonna lie.
My snake's like, fuck you, dude. And then he'll end his turn then.
Matavius.
All right. Well, I'll hopefully finish where I started. I'm going for the chief myself. Use my crossbow. 20.
Yep, that hits.
And 4 damage.
Okay.
And then I'll use my extra attack. Come on. Ooh, 21.
Yep.
And then 7 more damage.
Okay.
And then my bonus action. Oh, so close. 27.
Yep.
And 4 more.
Okay. He is not looking well.
Are you attacking
Anything
the leader?
No.
Morning Lord, your turn.
Were you attacking the leader? Oh, I'm muted. Were you attacking the leader?
Yeah, he was.
Okay. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to lightning lure this guy that's over back here. So he has
Okay.
to make a DC 13 strength check or get pulled 10 feet in a straight line towards me, and he'll take 2d8 damage.
He got a 12. So he's
So,
pulled 10 feet straight towards you.
yep. And then he takes 2d8 lightning damage. 11.
Oh, whoopsies. All right.
That's all I'm gonna do. I'm like, get over here.
War Chief is.
Scorpioned it.
He breaks free. Snake gets an opportunity attack.
Yeah, take that, Snake Boy. Yeah, that's a fail.
Okay. So he comes right up on you, but he used his. I think that he has to use an action to do that.
I think that's right.
Yeah. So he made an action, but he is right up on you. Cole, your turn.
All right. I'm going to fly over the oops, I guess I want to switch to the right proper thing. Fly over the webs and
Okay.
join up with the team.
He is going to make an opportunity attack unless you're using disengage.
No, because I'm going to hit him with Eldritch Blast. So go ahead and do your
25.
worst.
25 to hit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He literally
Yeah,
did
that
his
hits.
worst.
Yeah, I guess so.
Luckily, it wasn't a natural 20.
Oh my God.
Only 11 points of damage.
Yeah, whatever.
Actually, it'll be 15 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okie doke. What piercing damage?
Slashing. He has a great
Slashing
axe.
Okay. All right. And same as before. Eldritch Blast boosted with my radiant soul
Okay.
energy. So that's going to be 12 to hit.
That does not hit.
Ugh, okay. Well. And I'm gonna where is it? Bonus. I'll use my bonus and slap myself with a healing light.
Okay. I also forgot the wolves were supposed to go before you, but they can go now.
Okay.
Woof.
All right.
Woof,
I get
woof.
five health back. All right, that's
Okay.
my turn.
So first wolf is going to go boom, boom, and bite this guy.
Okay.
Do they move?
Yeah, I didn't see him move at all, but I assume he's
Yeah.
going like here.
No,
Whoa.
the other wolf moved.
Oh, that's the one. Okay. Yeah, he
Yeah.
had moved on ours.
That jumped.
Oh, and got a D20.
Okay.
Even though he has advantage, doesn't matter. So 46 plus 3.
No, my phone's dead. Oh.
Bam! That wasn't that great. So 15 damage, and it has to make this strength check.
Oh,
13.
No.
Cole, you need to make a concentration saving throw, right?
Oh yeah, because I took damage.
I guess also. Didn't see.
Is that intelligence?
Oh, and technically, after you cast web, your other one fell off. But you'd already hit everything you needed to. So.
They're both is web concentration?
Yeah.
So it is. Okay.
But you'd already hit
Yeah.
everything you needed
Yeah,
to. So.
it's done is done. Okay.
I think you only have to get a 10 because it's usually half of damage or 10, whatever's.
Okay, and that's intelligence or wisdom. Let me double check. I can look that up for myself. I should be more on top of that.
Constitution.
Constitution.
That makes sense.
Yep, that is a 9.
Okay,
So, nope.
so fail. So the web fall.
Goodbye, battlefield spells.
Not the web.
We barely knew ye.
Okay. So
Oh.
your other wolf can go too, though.
Yeah, he's gonna move over here and attack this bow dude again.
Okay.
It's gonna be a hit, but I'm gonna roll the disadvantage, see if I get a nat 20. Oh, baby!
What is with this, dude? You've rolled like 6 nat 20s. Are you hacking?
No, but I just dealt it 23 damage.
It is dead.
Dead, baby! All
Man,
right.
I did that lightning lure and everything. Didn't do anything.
And you did 11 damage.
Bill,
Elidor, your turn.
That's true.
I'm
The lightning lure
gonna
was cool though.
step here and here behind everyone because I'm a chicken and produce flame on the dude.
Okay.
So that is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yep.
Boom, 4 damage.
He took 4 damage.
Yeah, take that. Gonna poke you to death.
Are you done then?
Yeah, then I'll be done.
Malin, your turn.
Man, I'm gonna run up to him and he gonna strike at him. Sorry. First strike is going to be with the no, he's gonna go for all punches this time. First strike, wow, nat 1. He got a 9.
That does not hit.
Second strike. Wow, a 2.
That also does not hit. And when you roll a 3, that's not going to hit either.
What? Why not? It's 1, 2, 3. Come on. Well, since he missed the first 2, he's gonna use a key point to do a flurry of blows, so he gets 2 more strikes.
Okay.
First strike of that is going to
That misses.
second strike will be a 15.
That still misses.
Man.
So you just swing it out of air.
That was sexy. That ends his turn.
This orc war chief must know the 5Ds of dodgeball.
No, somebody's taking all the 20s, so I gotta, take the ones.
I guess so.
Matavius, your turn.
Wait, the snake. Snake.
He just wants me
Oh
to.
yeah, snake. Sorry, snake. Snake's turn.
Oh, motherfucking snake.
He's
Swear
gonna
the
come
snake
up and
will not-
constrict.
will not take my glory.
It's a 12. I know that
That
doesn't
misses.
hit. Alright, he'll end his turn.
Now it's your turn, Matavius.
All right, I'm gonna move up like this, probably just to get a little better shot. Let's go with the crossbow. That looks solid. 23.
That hits.
Ooh, 6 damage.
Yep.
All right, extra attack. Ooh, close. 25.
Yep.
And 8 more damage.
Okay. He's on death's door.
And then my bonus attack. 16.
Just hits. So.
Ooh, all right, no whammies. 7 more damage.
He drops dead.
Woo!
We did it, gang.
Damage.
As he
Alright.
falls to the ground, Malin does 4 more punches in the air.
Um, Cole's going to swoop over to his body and start rifling through his things. I'm looking for orders, commands, holy symbols, notes, anything that'll give us some intelligence on what on who sent this guy or what his deal is.
Okay.
I'm gonna pet the wolves. They look friendly.
So you see on him, like on his chest, and obviously in the heat of the battle, you like didn't see it, but you see like a mark um for sorry, one second here. I gotta pick up his name. For Athanasi. So you know that he's probably one of his minions, and that's the warlock that the Lord's Alliance was telling you guys about.
Gotcha.
And so you do see a bit of his mark on him because they obviously explained all of that to you. So
Wait, so this is the guy we were supposed to kill for that mission?
They're his it looks like he's their minion. So something is
Yeah.
there's some bad these are some bad fellows, and frankly I'm kind of glad they're dead. Could GM, could you spell Afanasi for me just so I
Yeah.
can put it in the notes?
yeah. AFANASI.
Oh man, I was actually pretty close. The second A is an E. But...
Anything else you gonna do?
And Malin would like to search the other bodies for like any usable anything that would be good.
I mean, like they've got, yeah, like okay armor on. The main guy has some chainmail that's seen better days. The orcs all have hide armor. They all have a great axe and javelin. Um, the big guy has a spear. But searching them all, I mean, you find a minimal amount of coin on them. And in total, you find like 2 gold and 12 silver.
Woo, big bank. Paying their soldiers real good out here.
So yeah, I'm gonna speak the command word and return the snake to my staff and pick it up.
Okay. And then I'm guessing.
And then I was gonna thank the doggos before they disappeared for their.
You can do that.
I was
I thank the
petting
doggos
those.
for their service, and then dismiss them into the Fae.
All right.
I'm gonna look at Matavius and go, hey, you know what berries and like nuts look like? Because apparently Morning Lord does it, and we need to find some for these druids now. And he was only finding like these weird leaves.
Slowly start to unzip my pants.
Oh,
Wrong nut.
jeez.
Hey, I'm trying to lighten up, you know. And then I'm just gonna say I can gather some stuff. Hopefully.
Yeah. Just make a survival or nature check.
Probably survival.
They're probably better than mine.
15.
Yeah, you're able to find enough like edible berries and nuts and stuff like that.
Suitable
nuts.
offering.
Here you go. I dump out my little hunter and gatherer pouch.
Oh, these
Okay.
will be very good for a tribute to the druids in town. And then I nudge Philidor to pick him up. I nudge Philidor to pick him up. I don't know
What's
if he's
that
still
I'm picking?
here.
What
The
am I picking?
nuts and berries.
Okay, let's go pick some nuts and berries.
We already did that.
Well, let's go back then and talk to the druids.
Where were we going?
We were just out here to pick berries and nuts so then we
Oh.
could go talk to the druids.
Yeah.
Because we were told it would be smart to bring them an offering. So this is our offering.
Mm. Roll smart.
Okay. So you guys head back into town, and head up to the temple. Is that correct?
Yes.
Aye, aye.
Okay. All right, we'll go ahead, and since we're getting close to the ending time, we will start with that interaction next time.
Okay.
Woo!
Sounds
Sounds
good.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
See you guys later.
Bye.
More
Talk to you guys later.
More work.
All right, let's go to the ending screen.
Oh, yeah!
Thanks everybody for coming out and hanging while we played some Dungeons and Dragons. Fought some random orcs we encountered in the woods while looking for an offering for the druids in town to discuss some stuff. We slapped some orcs apparently. Let's raid. My favorite raid. If I can spell it right. Here we go. Micromanager is probably like the person I've been subscribed to the longest on Twitch. I was one of the few people I'm actually subscribed to on Twitch, still while I'm unemployed. We got some big money and whole 2 gold. Heck yeah. But he's a crazy, chaotic, neutral bard that plays a lot of fun games. Yeah, looks like he's playing Magic right now, which is pretty good. So we'll send some love his way. As always, stay tuned. Peace out and have a good one. Until tomorrow when I am back playing Diablo 2. Bye.